Alright, here's a mini food haul for some of the groceries this week. Today I spent $25.02, and so here is my cabbage. My husband requested this, and then we got some tuna for tuna sandwiches. This is my favorite creamer that my son and I like a lot. It's really good, you should try it. Then we also got some apples. Some Washington apples to put in the bag. We got some Jif peanut butter that was on sale. Usually I get the natural kind, but it wasn't on sale this time, and I only had so much money, so I got that kind this time. And we got some diced tomatoes for some crock pot meals, pineapple chunks for some teriyaki crock pot meals. I got some really inexpensive lettuce for salad in a jar. And then got some eggs for egg salad sandwiches, and then the bread that was on sale. And then my husband wanted a snack, so we got that. So that's our food haul for this week, and I'll combine it with some of the other things that I already have in our house. To clean my fruit, what I usually do is I fill up my sink, and then I've got a cup of vinegar. So I pour that in there, and it's just this distilled white vinegar. Then put the apples in here and let them soak for about 15 minutes. And that way the kids can just eat them instead of having to worry about rinsing them off. Besides, they don't last very long, not usually long enough to have them go bad. So there they are, soaking in the sink. And then I'll rinse them off again, dry them off here, and then I'll put them in this bamboo bowl, and that usually goes on my counter. Anybody want to bob for apples? While my apples are soaking, I'll start making hard-boiled eggs for egg salad sandwiches. So I just start with a pot, and then before I even turn the burner on, I'll add really cold water. Let's see if I can get this in here right. Just enough to cover the eggs. All right. Okay. So then I'll turn on my heat. And then I will cover them. And once it starts to boil, then I'll let them sit for 15 minutes. So I'm going to start food prep for the week, and I've actually kind of started already. I chopped up an onion. So this will be for teriyaki dishes later. This is for the dish I'm going to use now. And so I'm going to use this olive oil, garlic olive oil, because I want a garlic flavor in my quinoa. So I'm just going to put enough in here to just kind of make things not stick. You can use water too if you'd rather. And I'm going to take half of a chopped onion, put it in here. The pan's not quite hot yet. So let me move the oil around a little bit. All right. So almost half of my chopped onion is in here. All right. Then I'm just going to take one of my spatulas and move that around a little bit.
Hey, how you doing? Hey.
Cool, thanks.
Oh.
So that was just my husband being the crazy person while I'm cooking the onions. Entertaining in my house, always, always, always. So anyway, the onions are starting to sweat a little bit. So now I'm going to take, this is a really big spoon, so I'm only going to fill it up about this much. And I know this garlic is like the lazy person's way of chopping garlic, but you know, it works. So mix that around in there a little bit. Let all of that cook together. And while that is cooking, over here I've got my eggs soaking in some cold water and make it a little colder. They just came out of the boiling water. So I boiled it and then I let it sit for 15 minutes. And I'm going to let them soak in some really cold water, drain them, put them in the fridge. And hopefully that'll make it easier for when I take the shells off. That's always a challenge. So the next thing that I'm going to do then is put the quinoa, which I have this kind right now, organic quinoa, and I'm going to pour that into my onion mixture. Alright, so this is about done, pretty done. So next I'm going to add the quinoa. I'm going to add 2 cups. So there's 1 cup. Just cook it for just a little bit to let it get that sort of toasty flavor. And then here's my next cup. Okay. So just toast it for just a little bit. Okay, it's kind of sizzling. It's getting a little bit browner. My husband's painting our house in the background, so if you hear a lot of scraping and sanding and things like that, it's because he's busy painting right now. Alright, so then I'm going to add about 3.5 cups of water. And some broth base. I used to make my own broth, and I think I might go back to doing that again soon. It's very easy. But right now I'll just use this really quick and efficient broth. So here's 1 scoop, and the next one. I'll stir that in and let it simmer for about 20 minutes. And while that's happening, I'm going to start shelling the eggs for egg salad sandwiches and getting the tuna ready as well. So while the quinoa was cooking, I started making the salad dressing for my jars. These 2 are an Asian-inspired salad. This one will be my Italian-inspired, and then these 2 are my Cajun-inspired jars. So in the front 2, my Asian jars, I have sesame oil and white wine vinegar. In my 2 jars here, I have avocado oil and white wine vinegar. And then in the Cajun jar, I have, or excuse me, the Italian jar, I have the garlic oil and then this vinegar. Alright, so in my Cajun jars, what I have is the McCormick Cajun seasoning. I have a teaspoon of this, and then some ground cumin, and I just had like a pinch of it. And then in my Italian jar, I had a teaspoon of basil and a teaspoon of oregano. And then in my Asian jars, I added some soy sauce as well. Next, I will mix in the quinoa, which is almost done. So there are my salad jars for the week. This is the Italian one. And so I just added chickpeas in here, and then some artichoke hearts and lettuce. And then in this one, this is one of the Cajun ones. I put black beans. This one has a little bit of cabbage in it, corn and lettuce. And then also, can't really see it in this one very well, but you can see it in this one. I put some sweet peppers in there as well. This one does not have any cabbage. Then my Asian ones, I made them a little bit different. So this one has some kimchi in the bottom, baby corns, garbanzo beans, and then I took some snap peas and cut them up, carrots and cabbage. And then this one's the same, just doesn't have any kimchi in it. So those are my lunches for the week. So one of my crock pot freezer meals for the week is I've got some baby carrots in here, can of pineapple, some big chunks of onion, that's about a half an onion, and then about 5 carrots peeled and cut. And then I'm going to put about a half cup of teriyaki in there, mix it around, and then I will put it in my freezer bag, label it with the date over here, and then put it in the crock pot and cook for about 6 hours when I'm ready to use it. So one meal for this week, we'll have some baked potatoes, but an easy way to make baked potatoes is actually in the crock pot. So I have sheets of tin foil out, and I just spray them quick. Put the potato in the middle. Easy. Then just take my salt, put a little bit of salt on each of them. Now I'm going to try to wrap it with one hand. So just wrap it up. Both sides over. And wrap this side in. And it's really important to note that before you wrap the potatoes, you have to poke holes in them with a fork.